This is a video showing a radiation monitoring station that I've put together. It's a very simple configuration, not complicated at all. There's a breadboard here which is actually used for designing controller circuits. It has a lot of extra things on it, but at the end of the day, what I'm doing here is very low parts count. And what this overall setup is doing is taking counts from an analog vintage Geiger counter. In this case, this is a military Geiger counter, but really it's just an analog counter. You can see the meter up front. What I'm doing is taking data from the audio output line and running that into a microcontroller. Specifically, it's a MicroChip PIC Controller. And what it's doing is it's receiving counts from the Geiger counter, which are just square wave pulses. And what it's doing is it's taking those in through an interrupt. And it's doing some fairly sophisticated calculations to calculate millirems per hour, various types of parameters. If you'll notice right now, it's showing counts per minute. But as we step through with a simple push button, we'll see that it's doing counts per hour, which I'm not going to let this thing run for an hour, but it does counts per hour, counts per day, millirems per hour with 2 decimal points accuracy, and we've got 3 decimal point accuracy, and then you'll notice that there's 4 decimal point accuracy total count, which we're getting, and you'll notice that increments. And then what we've got is counts per second and also counts per minute. So one PIC controller, which is this little character here, along with this 4 megahertz oscillator, is actually doing all the heavy lifting in terms of calculating the values received from the analog counter. Now the other thing that I've got is a very, very simple 2-transistor RS-232 interface, commonly available on the web. I put this together this morning, and what it's doing through an RS-232 connection is we're actually calculating it or displaying the information here on a PC program that's shareware free, available on the web from Images CEO, I believe, but pretty easy to get. So what you're seeing is a very simple monitoring station that low parts count. It's basically one PIC controller that's doing, like I said, all the heavy lifting, and it's writing data to this RS-232 interface over to the PC for logging. So I think the interesting thing here is I've taken a very simple analog counter, Geiger counter, and made it into a fairly comprehensive monitoring station. And what I plan to do is I'll build a few of these up, but the code on the PIC is very accurate. I've done some measurements on it, and it's pretty accurate stuff. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video.